glorious day. Look what just came from my new best friends at Maxim Integrated. Yes, NVRAM. Let's go pull out our repair job. Okay, so the task is, well, that's glare, is to replace our two NVRAM chips with our brand new ones. And man, oh man, do they ever send you a pile of info. There are 4 pages of data on the Panasonic lithium batteries that are installed potted inside these things. So if for some reason lithium escapes out of the inside of this guy, they give you some instructions on how to deal with it. So yeah, some lawyers are charging billable hours for this, no doubt. Good for them. Right, but our task is going to have to be taking these guys out because they're not socketed for some reason. Probably because they were supposed to be a 10-year lifetime product item, and I mean, who expected these scopes to be still used 10 years hence? Obviously not Tektronix. Or it was like, okay, every 10 years you got to pull these out and replace them, and that's just cost of owning the scope. So yeah, I suppose I can see them making that determination. Anyways, so we're gonna have to pop this board off of its holder here. I don't think there are any screws, just these little pop-it jobbies, and we'll be able to fix that up. So yeah, it's just the one poppy thing, and then it slips out of these slots in the bottom here. And that is the back side of the board. And we're going to be going after this thing and this thing. And we heat that puppy up. Okay, cross fingers. There we go. Fan sound. Status LEDs come on. Relays. Extended diagnostics fail. SysRAM fail. Checksum NVRAM fail. SysRAM. That's a new one. We expected the checksum NVRAM to fail because, well, it's brand new. And then everything else. System RAM. Oh, wait, no, because it reloads off of, that might be okay. Well, still powers on, which is nice. Okay, so in the SysRAM menu there was a failure, but it looks like if I run those individually, they seem to be okay. So if I run that one, it passes. So I'm not sure what that's about. That might be normal. Not sure. Oops. I want to go back into here. Run that one. Okay, that one does not seem to be clear. 3710. Does not clear. And oh wait, 37 and 3800. An internal jumper A13J156 has to be set in order for those two to be tested. Okay, fair enough. We can do that later. Okay, so to enable the special functions menu, we need to pop that jumper off, J156, which is hiding just beside this ribbon cable here, J156. And that should allow us to get into the cold start menu and load some default constants into the NVRAM. Alrighty, now that is looking better. Just ran the cold start, and so now let's run the self cal and then run an extended cal. So menu off to exit. Cal diagnostics, uncalibrated, self cal, run it. Okay, so to do an extended cal on the Tektronix 2440, we need to have the ability to produce 0.2 volts, 2 volts, oh sorry, 0.5, 2 volts, and 20 volts. And I should be able to get that out of my bench PSU. And then we also need to have a fast rise time signal that the scope can calibrate its timing off of. So I think we've got that sitting here, so let's dive into the extended calibration of the 2440. So that function generator I built has a trim pot that adjusts the duty cycle of the square wave. So I've adjusted down the duty cycle a bit so that it is creating something more like a pulse, and I might try and trim it down a little bit more, but I think that's going to work for our pulse. Okay, so we did the 2 millivolt, or the 200 millivolt by using a voltage divider from a couple of resistors, and now we're just straight up using the crufty old bench PSU that I've created out of a power supply. And so let's see, and 20 volt. And now we do channel 2. There's our, well, 0.2 volts. See how that does. Okay, there's our 2 volts on channel. So I'm encouraged by the fact that I got rid of the SysRAM error message, and it passes all the way up until the CCDs, the preamp and the triggers. So I'm really crossing my fingers that it's calibration, and I'm going to retry that calibration one last time just because I want to try that recalibration one last time. I read a post on the net. Somebody said they had the connections backwards, so I'm just going to make sure that I wasn't doing something silly, and we'll see what we get from the calibration. And that didn't work, so geez, not really sure what to say anymore, but I'm going to call that a night.